So we want to stay a bit longer on this developing story, and we've been joined on the phone by the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Divine Otoo Agorhom. Good evening, Mr. Agorhom. Thank you for joining us. Now, we've heard the press conference by the New Patriotic Party, and we know that, the Court of Competent Jurisdiction stood on evidence and facts that were presented by the prosecution before sentencing Chairman Wontumi. So on what basis is a New Patriotic Party saying that the conviction was politically motivated?
Thank you for having me and good evening to your very listeners and viewers. I like the way you emphasize court of competent jurisdiction. That clearly suggests the message you want your listeners to have. Be it as it may, I think we can look at it from this perspective. We are saying that Chairman Wontumi rightly acquired his mining license. That there is no argument at all. And the other issue is that the basis for the court decision to jail him is premised on the suggestion that I'm not a legal person, so permit me to speak in a layman's language. It's premised on the suggestion that he kind of subletted the mining license. An argument that there is no any evidence to that effect. If you give me a license to mine in a given area, and for whatever reason, somebody else is using that license, okay, and it is contrary to the regulations, and you are charging me for wrongdoing, that one is fine. But there is no any evidence to suggest that Wontumi subletted the license to a third party. Yes, he agreed that he allowed others to work on the land, but not to mine. The license was for the purpose of mining. So anyway, these are legal issues I would want to leave it for the legal brains. But the other side of the argument is that as we speak, we all know His Excellency the President himself made a public statement suggesting that his own party people and those in government are involved in mining. And we are asking a simple question. What concrete step has the government or His Excellency the President and his presidency taken to, as it were, prosecute the people of his own government, contrary to the promise he made to the good people of Ghana before assuming office? So clearly, the decision of the court today points to selective application of justice. So this is our case for which we are, seeing it clearly as political persecution, and that is why we are saying that Chairman Wontumi is deemed or considered by the NPP as a political prisoner. That's our case.
Have said that Ghana is a country that is serious, about fighting galamsey. And some people think that this conviction, demonstrates accountability rather than prosecution. How would you react to people with such a mindset?
Well, I don't think I have anything against it except to argue further that why only the NPP, all right? Because as we speak now, what to means prosecution and subsequent incarceration was done under the NDC government, which is led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who made a public statement that members of his own government and his party are involved in galamsey. And I'm saying, or the NPP is saying that fine. If that is the case, I'm sure Ghanaians will be happy to see a situation where, whilst Wontumi or members of the NPP are being prosecuted left, right, center, similar treatment is meted out to members of the NDC. Then we can say that, oh, okay, this is an administration that is up in arms against galamsey. So no matter who you are, irrespective of your political persuasion, if you are found foul of the law as far as Galamsey is concerned, you will be dealt with. If that is not the case, then you agree with me that it is selective application of justice. Basically, that's our case.
Right, Mr. Agorhom, that's fine because indeed what is good for the goose should indeed be good for the gander. But finally, before I let go of you, the party has indicated its intention to appeal this sentencing. And quickly, I want to find out from you what will be the legal basis for such an appeal.
That's probably what I've established. But our thinking is that the treatment is unfair. And so if that is it, then how do you call it? We have the rights to appeal. So we will appeal. That is what it is. Because our thinking is that the court has not been able to adduce any evidence to the fact that he illegally subletted the license that he was given to a third party to engage in mining. Because if you look at the happenings in the court from beginning up to now, clearly that's the direction that the court is going. And they are saying there's no any evidence to that effect. So if there is, and probably it's not been made public, at the appeal level and at the appeal stage, the opportunity will be given to the judiciary and then Attorney General to make that evidence available.
Thank you very much. Divine Otoo Agorhom is the Greater Accra Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party. You're still watching Newsroom live on Bullets, which is brought to you by Useless Enterprise. It's now time to take a breather, but do not go away because when we return in business, we'll tell you about how the Bank of Ghana is flagging Ghana's disinflation journey. We take a breather, we'll be back.